Hey guys, this is Coach Hemant and Coach Arun. Let's get on with today's stretches.
We'll start with the lay down stretches. So we'll start with the uncross. So we lay down on our back. We'll start with the right leg. Slowly lift our leg. Try to keep our leg straight. Arms wide, and now try to touch the ground on the other side while keeping your shoulders on the ground. Stretch as much as possible.
Try to keep your shoulders on the ground as much as possible, and hanging your leg in the air is okay. Hold the stretch for 50 seconds.
Now we bring the leg up. Now left leg up. We repeat the same movement. Try to keep the shoulders on the ground, and this way you can bring another variation in which instead of keeping your leg straight, you can bend it and try to touch ground with your knee.
This stretch with a bent knee would stretch your glutes and your lower back.
You can straighten the leg.
Hold the stretch and keep breathing.
Bring the leg back. Come back.
Now we do the folded knee to right side.
Your knee should be always touching the ground. Slowly lay on your back while your knee is always touching the ground.
In this stretch, you'll feel the stretch in your quads, and try to keep your hips on the floor and the knee that is bent on the floor all the time. You should feel the stretch in your quads as pointed by Coach Hemant.
Come back up. Now leg across, and your arm goes across the leg, and try to stretch.
You should feel the stretch in your upper back, lower back, your ITB, and in your glutes. Keep breathing. On every exhale, try to go deeper into the stretch.
Come back. Now we repeat the stretch on the left side. So bend your knee. Your knee is always touching the ground. Slowly go back on your back. Lay on your back. Keep the stretch. This is not an easy stretch, and it takes some time to get it right and to get the right stretch. So be patient with yourself. Keep breathing.
Knees on the ground, foot is on the ground, and hips are on the ground.
So just a variation. If you are not able to lay down on your back straight, you can always lay down a little bit. Take help of your elbows and it's perfectly okay if you cannot lay down on your back. Come back up. Now leg go across and arm comes across the leg and you stretch your back. Hold the stretch, and with every breathe out try to go deeper in the stretch. So it's important to note that it helps if you stretch it 60% and hold the stretch rather than try to stretch 90% and hold it for only a few seconds. So the goal is to hold the stretch longer but not with too much stress.
Hold the stretch, guys. Now we do butterfly stretch.
So you bring your foot inwards, hold your ankles with your arm, with your hand, and with your elbows push your thighs inwards. Every breath out, push it further.
Your ankles are touching the floor. Your elbows are pushing the knees towards the ground. You should feel the stretch in your groin, that is your inner thigh.
Yeah. So you should feel the stretch in the groin area. Come back up. Now we'll do runner stretch. So one leg goes forward, other leg goes back, and we come in the classic runner stretch. Try to stretch as much as you can. Your knee doesn't go past your foot. So this is not good position, but this one, when the knee is straight up and it doesn't pass your foot or your toe, so that is the position we are looking for.
So drop your knee to the floor and try to push your hips forward as much as possible. Your knees, your hips, and your other knee should be in the straight line. You should feel the stretch in your groin.
Okay, now we move to pigeon stretch. Same leg, right leg bent in the figure 4, and we let our body come fall slowly. Every breath out, you're stretching further. This should help stretch your glutes and ITB. Let your body fall. So when you're at this position versus this position, there's a lot more stretch involved here. But do it whatever the way you are comfortable. Don't overstretch. Come back up. We'll repeat the runner stretch on the left side. So the left leg come forward, right leg goes backward. We come in the runner stretch.
Again, the forward knee does not go beyond your toes. Try to keep it straight.
So this is bad position, which is not good for your knee. It has to be upright. You can either Drop your knee on the ground or you can hold it, either ways.
You should feel the stretch in your glutes and groin.
Okay, now we move to pigeon stretch. Again, figure 4 with your left leg and let your body fall. If you want to stretch further, let your body fall further.
Make sure that your hips are squared to the front and you're not dropping your hips and sitting on one side of your butt.
Now we come back up. From this point onwards, all the stretches will be standing stretch. So we'll start with our
Side facing bend on left side.
okay. So your legs should be 2 shoulder width apart. Point your left leg in the forward facing direction. Now hinge from the hip, keeping your back straight. Slowly bend and try to touch your toes. Hold the stretch there. Don't round your back. Keep breathing. Every breath out, you should be feeling that stretch or going deeper in that stretch. You should feel the stretch in your hamstrings here and some part of your back.
Try to keep the knees straight as much as possible. If it's not straight, it is okay.
Come back up. Now, right leg forward facing, slowly go in the stretch. Try to touch your toes. Keep breathing. Your back should be as much as straight possible. So the bend comes from your hip, not your back. Keep breathing. Every breath out, just going further down in the stretch, further deep.
Keep your back straight and do not round your back. And now Coach Hemant will show what not to do. Don't round your back. Keep it straight and then you do the bend. And with every breath out or exhale, you try to go deeper.
Come back up. Now we'll demonstrate the calf stretches. So we'll start with the upper calf. So this helps if you have a wall. Right leg goes close to the wall, left leg goes back. Keep the left leg straight and slowly bend the right leg forward. Slowly and gently. You are not pushing the wall but just taking some support. And you should feel that stretch over here in the calf. Your foot, both your feet should be aligned in the straight line.
Make sure both the heels are on the floor and you don't bend the back knee. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can bend a little more forward.
Come back up. Now we repeat the sequence for the left leg. Left leg goes forward, right leg goes back. Right leg, keeping right leg straight, bend the left knee forward, slowly. Again, feet aligned in the straight line. Keep breathing.
Both heels on the floor. Rear knee straight. This is how you can support your hands on the floor and you can go deeper if you want a deeper stretch.
Come back up. Now we'll do calf stretch for the lower calf. So this was more pointed towards the upper calf. Next stretch is pointed towards your lower calf. You repeat the same sequence. Left leg goes forward, right leg stays there actually, and in this it's completely opposite. You bent the right knee, so slowly bend it and try to bend your knee inwards. So, and you're only taking support from the wall, not leaning towards the wall, and you should feel that stretch over here.
So the key points are your both heels are on the floor and both feet are pointing forward.
Come back up. Now we repeat the sequence for the other leg. So right leg comes forward, left leg stays as it is. Now we bend the left leg slowly and try to keep the knee inwards. Keep breathing. So now the stretch should be here.
As you can see, Coach Hemant is only using the wall as a support, not leaning against the wall, no weight on the wall. You can feel the stretch in your lower calf, Achilles tendon.
Guys, good job following through the stretching session. Enjoy.
Bye guys.